Cozy English Podcast. Relax, listen, and learn.
Hello there, lovely listeners. Welcome back to Cozy English Sunday Podcast.
The podcast where you can just relax, listen, and learn. I'm Michael.
And I'm Emma. We're so happy you're here with us today on this beautiful Sunday. Well, it might not be Sunday for you, but you know what? Every day can feel like a cozy Sunday when you're learning English with friends.
Exactly. And speaking of friends, if you're new here, welcome to our little English learning family. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you join us every week.
Today, we're talking about something that, well, it makes everyone smile. Food, but not just any food discussion. We're sharing our favorite meals, the ones that make you go, just thinking about them.
Oh man, Emma, you're making me hungry already, and we've barely started.
Sorry, but you know what I mean, right, listeners? We all have that one meal, that special dish that it takes you somewhere else.
Absolutely. So grab a cup of tea and maybe a little snack, get comfortable, and let's dive in.
So, Michael, I'm curious, what's your absolute favorite meal? And I don't mean like, oh, I enjoy pasta. I mean the meal that if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life.
Wow, that's a tough one, Emma. But you know what? I think I have an answer. My mom's Sunday roast.
Ooh, tell me more about that.
Well, it's not just the food, you know. It's the whole experience. Every Sunday when I was growing up, my mom would spend hours in the kitchen. The smell would fill the entire house.
I can almost smell it now. What made it so special?
The chicken, oh man, the chicken was always perfectly tender. She'd cook it slow, you know, and the Yorkshire pudding, crispy on the outside, soft and fluffy inside. Plus roasted potatoes they were like little golden treasures.
Little golden treasures. I love that description.
And gravy. Don't forget the gravy. Rich, brown, made from the pan drippings. She'd pour it over everything. Vegetables, too. Carrots, Brussels sprouts, green beans.
Wait. Brussels sprouts? Really?
I know. Everyone hates Brussels sprouts, but my mom had this way of cooking them with bacon, and they were actually delicious.
I'm not convinced, but I'll trust you on that one.
What about you, Emma? What's your favorite meal?
Oh, this is easy. My grandmother's lasagna.
Ooh, Italian family.
Well, my grandmother was Italian American. She came from Sicily when she was young, and she brought all these amazing recipes with her. But her lasagna, it was legendary in our family.
What made it so special?
First of all, she made everything from scratch. The pasta, the sauce, even the cheese. Well, okay, maybe not the cheese, but you know what I mean. She'd spend the entire day preparing it.
That sounds incredible.
The sauce was the secret, I think. She'd simmer it for hours. Tomatoes, garlic, fresh basil from her garden. And she'd add this special ingredient that she never told anyone what it was.
Oh no, a family secret?
Exactly. I tried for years to figure it out. I'd watch her cook, I'd ask questions, but she'd just smile and say, "It's love, sweetheart. The secret ingredient is love."
That's so sweet, but also frustrating, right?
Very frustrating, but you know what? After she passed away, my mom found her recipe book. And there it was, the secret ingredient.
What was it?
A tiny bit of cinnamon, just a pinch. It gave the sauce this warm, complex flavor that you couldn't quite identify.
Cinnamon in pasta sauce? That's genius.
Right. And the layers were perfect. Pasta, meat sauce, creamy bechamel, lots of cheese. She'd repeat it 3 times and then into the oven for about an hour.
I'm getting so hungry listening to this.
The best part was waiting for it to cool down. She'd make us wait at least 15 minutes before cutting into it, which felt like forever when you're a kid.
But worth the wait?
Oh, absolutely. When you cut into it, you could see all the beautiful layers, and the cheese would still be bubbling slightly. We'd eat it with a simple green salad and crusty bread.
That sounds like the perfect family meal. And
It really was. Every Sunday after church, the whole family would gather. Cousins, aunts, uncles, sometimes 20 people around my grandmother's dining table.
I love that. Food really brings people together, doesn't it?
It does. And you know what's funny? I've tried to recreate that lasagna so many times, and it's never quite the same.
Why do you think that is?
I think I think it's not just about the recipe. It's about the memories, the love, the atmosphere. When my grandmother made it, she wasn't just cooking food. She was creating an experience.
That's beautiful, Emma. I feel the same way about my mom's Sunday roast. I've tried to make it myself, and it's good, but it's not the same.
Exactly. There's something about the way our families cooked for us, with such care and attention.
And patience. These weren't quick meals, were they?
No way. My grandmother would start preparing Saturday night, making the sauce, preparing the meat. The whole process took 2 days.
Same with the Sunday roast. Mom would get up early, put the chicken in the oven. The whole morning was about preparing this one meal. And
It's so different from today, isn't it? We're always looking for quick recipes, 30-minute meals.
nothing wrong with that, of course. We're all busy. But there's something special about slow cooking. Taking time with food.
Absolutely. And I think that's why these meals are so memorable. It's not just about taste. It's about time and love.
Speaking of taste, let's talk about the actual eating experience. When you had your grandmother's lasagna, how did it make you feel?
Safe, loved, like everything was right with the world. The first bite was it was like a warm hug.
That's exactly how I felt with the Sunday roast, especially in winter. Coming home from playing outside, cold and tired, and walking into that warm kitchen, smelling the food.
Yes. And you know what? Everyone would be there. No phones, no TV during dinner. Just family talking, laughing, sharing stories.
Those were simpler times, weren't they?
In some ways, yes. But I think we can still create those moments, you know? We just have to be more intentional about it.
That's a good point. What do you mean by intentional?
Well, like choosing to cook something special, even if it takes longer. Inviting people over. Putting the phones away during dinner.
Creating that atmosphere.
Exactly. Because the food is important, but it's really about connection, isn't it?
Hmm. You're making me want to call my mom and ask her to make Sunday roast next weekend.
You should. I bet she'd love that.
What about you? Do you ever make your grandmother's lasagna?
I do, actually. Not often, but for special occasions. My kids love it, though they complain about waiting for it to cool down, just like I used to.
Some things never change.
Never. And you know what's funny? My daughter. She's starting to show interest in cooking. She helps me make the sauce sometimes.
That's wonderful. Passing on the tradition.
I hope so. I want her to understand that cooking isn't just about putting food on the table. It's about caring for people.
That's beautiful, Emma, and it makes me think, what do our listeners' favorite meals say about them?
Oh, that's a great question. I think our favorite meals often reflect our happiest memories, don't they?
Absolutely. They're connected to people we love, places we felt safe.
And cultures? My grandmother's lasagna connects me to my Italian heritage, even though I've never been to Italy.
Same here. The Sunday roast is so traditionally British. It connects me to generations of my family.
Food is like edible history, isn't it?
Edible history. I love that phrase.
Think about it. Every traditional dish tells a story about the place it comes from, the people who created it,
The ingredients that were available, the cooking methods they used.
Exactly. When I eat my grandmother's lasagna, I'm not just eating pasta and sauce. I'm tasting Sicily, Italian American immigration, family traditions.
That's profound, Emma. Food as cultural memory, and
And I think that's why trying new foods is so exciting. You're not just trying new flavors, you're experiencing other cultures.
true. Some of my favorite food memories are from traveling, trying authentic dishes in their home countries.
Oh, tell me about one.
Well, when I was in Thailand, I had this tom yum soup from a street vendor. It was nothing like the Thai food I'd had in restaurants back home.
What was different about it?
The balance, the way the sour, spicy, and sweet flavors work together, and the freshness, the herbs, the lime, everything was so bright and alive.
I love that. Bright and alive. That's such a good way to describe fresh food.
The vendor was this elderly woman. She'd probably been making that soup the same way for decades. There was such skill in how she balanced the flavors.
Without even measuring, I bet.
Exactly. She just knew. It reminded me of my grandmother, actually. Not the flavor, but the intuitive way of cooking.
That's the difference between cooking and following a recipe, isn't it? True cooks feel their way through the process.
Yes, they taste, adjust, taste again.
My grandmother always said, cook with your heart, not just your head.
Wise woman.
She was. And you know what? I think our favorite meals teach us about what we value: comfort, family, tradition.
Quality ingredients, taking time, sharing with others.
Yes. And I think in our fast-paced world, these values are more important than ever.
Absolutely. There's something grounding about a home cooked meal, isn't there?
There is. It connects us to something real, something authentic.
Speaking of authentic, I'm curious about our listeners. What do you think their favorite meals might be?
Oh, I'd love to know. I imagine we have people from all over the world listening.
Each with their own food memories, their own family traditions.
Maybe someone's favorite meal is their mother's curry or their father's barbecue.
Or their partner's homemade bread, or their child's first attempt at cooking.
Oh, yes. Those meals made with love, even if they're not perfect.
Sometimes the imperfect meals are the most memorable, aren't they?
Absolutely. I remember the first time my son tried to make pancakes for Mother's Day. They were, well, let's just say they were very creative shapes.
But they tasted like love, right?
Exactly. They were the best pancakes I've ever had because of the love behind them.
That's what it's really about, isn't it? The intention, the care.
Yes, and I think that's something we can all bring to our cooking, no matter what our skill level.
Good point. You don't have to be a chef to cook with love.
Not at all. Some of the most delicious meals I've had were very simple, but made with attention and care.
Like scrambled eggs when you're feeling sick, made by someone who cares about you.
Or a peanut butter sandwich cut into triangles, the way your mom used to make them.
Why do sandwiches taste better when someone else makes them?
I have no idea, but they absolutely do. It's one of life's mysteries.
Along with why food tastes better when eaten outside and why leftovers sometimes taste better the next day.
Oh, the leftover thing is so true. My grandmother's lasagna was actually better the second day.
Same with curry. And soup. Something about those flavors melding together overnight.
It's like the ingredients become friends while they're sleeping.
That's adorable, Emma. Ingredients becoming friends.
Well, it's true. They get to know each other better.
I love how you think about food. It's so warm and personal.
Food should be personal, don't you think? It's one of the most intimate things we do, nourishing ourselves and others.
When you put it that way, cooking for someone is really an act of love.
It is. And I think that's why our favorite meals are often made by the people who love us most.
That makes perfect sense. My mom's Sunday roast wasn't just food, it was her way of taking care of the family.
Exactly. And my grandmother's lasagna was her way of bringing everyone together, creating connection.
Food as love language.
I love that. Food as love language. That's beautiful, Michael.
Well, you inspired it. This whole conversation has made me think about food in a new way.
Me too. And I hope our listeners are thinking about their own favorite meals, the stories behind them, the love they represent.
Maybe some of them are even planning to cook those special meals this week.
Oh, I hope so. There's something magical about recreating a beloved recipe,
Even if it's not quite the same as the original.
especially if it's not the same, because you're adding your own love, your own memories to the dish.
Creating new food memories for the people you care about.
Exactly. And that's how traditions continue, how love gets passed down through generations.
Through recipes, through shared meals, through the care we put into cooking.
I love this conversation, Michael. It's making me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Like a good meal should. Speaking of which, I think it's time for our vocabulary corner.
Emma. Oh, yes. Let's help our listeners with some of the food words we've been using. Welcome to our vocabulary corner. Today, we talked about so many delicious food words.
Let's start with tender. I describe my mom's beef as tender. Emma, what does tender mean when we talk about food?
Great question. Tender means soft and easy to chew. The opposite would be tough or chewy. You want your meat to be tender, especially after slow cooking.
Perfect. And what about from scratch? You said your grandmother made everything from scratch?
Ah, yes. From scratch means making something completely by yourself, starting with basic ingredients, not using pre-made or packaged items. So making pasta from scratch means making your own pasta dough.
Love it. Now, we both talked about simmering our sauces. What's simmering, Emma?
Simmering is cooking something gently in liquid. Not quite boiling, but with small bubbles. It's perfect for developing flavors slowly. You simmer soup, sauce, stew.
Excellent. And I mentioned pan drippings when talking about gravy. What are those?
Oh, pan drippings are the delicious juices and bits left in the pan after cooking meat. They're full of flavor, perfect for making gravy or sauce.
Yes. Now, Emma, you used the word legendary to describe your grandmother's lasagna. What did you mean?
When something is legendary, it means it's famous and talked about for a long time. My grandmother's lasagna was so good that people still talk about it years later.
And finally, we both talked about recreating our favorite meals. What does recreate mean?
To recreate something means to make it again, to try to make it exactly the same way. Like when I try to recreate my grandmother's lasagna using her recipe.
Perfect. So, listeners, try using these words when you talk about food: tender, from scratch, simmering, pan drippings, legendary, and recreate.
Practice makes perfect. And speaking of practice, let's move on to our Sunday tips.
Time for our Sunday tips. Emma, what advice do you have for learners who want to talk about food in English?
Well, food is such a universal topic. Everyone loves talking about it. My first tip is, don't worry about being perfect. Just start sharing your food experiences.
That's great advice. Food conversations are usually very forgiving. People are just happy to hear about delicious dishes.
Exactly. And my second tip is, use your senses. Don't just say it was good. Describe how it looked, smelled, tasted, felt in your mouth.
Yeah, sure, like we did today. Crispy on the outside, soft inside, rich brown gravy, bubbling cheese.
Perfect examples. What's your tip, Michael?
My tip is ask questions. People love talking about their favorite foods. Ask, what's your favorite meal? Or how do you make that? Or what does it taste like?
Oh, that's so smart. Questions keep conversations going and show you're interested.
And here's a cultural tip. In English-speaking countries, it's very common to share food stories. Don't be shy about talking about your family recipes or food memories.
Yes, and remember, you don't need fancy vocabulary. Simple words like delicious, amazing, my mom's cooking, homemade. These are all perfect.
One more tip. If you're not sure how to describe a flavor, compare it to something familiar. It tastes like chicken, or it's similar to pizza, but
Brilliant. Comparisons help people understand even if they've never tried your food.
so to summarize, be descriptive, ask questions, share your stories, use simple words, and make comparisons.
Perfect tips for talking about food in English. Our listeners are going to have such great conversations. Well, lovely listeners, we've shared some delicious conversation today, haven't we?
We really have. And I hope you're feeling inspired to share your own favorite meal stories.
Remember, your English doesn't have to be perfect to have meaningful conversations. Food is such a beautiful way to connect with people.
Absolutely. Whether you're talking about your grandmother's soup or your favorite restaurant, these stories bring us together.
And don't forget, every time you practice English, you're creating new memories, new connections, new possibilities.
Just like cooking a special meal. Learning English is an act of love. Love for yourself, love for the people you'll connect with.
So be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and remember that we're here with you every step of the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to Cozy English Podcast. It helps us so much, and it means you'll never miss an episode.
And if you want to share your favorite meal story with us, we'd love to hear it. Leave a comment, send us a message.
We read every single one, and they bring us so much joy.
Until next Sunday, keep practicing, keep cooking, and keep spreading love through both food and language.
Take care of yourselves, dear listeners. Remember, relax, listen, and learn.
From our cozy Sunday kitchen to yours, this is Emma.
And Michael, we'll see you next week.